Close your eyes. Customs night raid, flashlight off, hearts hammering. The one shot that wipes your kit. That nightmare traces back to a free-to-play browser shooter you could run in a Facebook tab. No Steam, no launcher, just Chrome and a login. That game was Contract Wars. And while it wasn't Tarkov yet, the rubles it earned, the factions it introduced, and the mechanics it tested were the foundation for the hardcore survivor shooter we play today. Before the flea market, before Twitch drop spam, before Tarkov memes clogged Reddit, there was Absolutsoft, a small team in St. Petersburg building a gritty multiplayer FPS they could run on a potato. Their mission? Prove a browser shooter could feel like a tactical milsim. The result was Contract Wars. It lived on Facebook, VK, and OK.ru, anywhere the Unity web player could run. It looked dated, sounded rough, but it quietly built a dedicated community. And the profits from that community would eventually give birth to Battlestate Games, and with it, Escape From Tarkov. Contract Wars launched around 2012. Two merc factions, Bear and USEC, fought across maps set in the fictional Novinsk region, which would later expand into Tarkov's setting. Gameplay was standard FPS fare, team deathmatch, domination, contracts for daily rewards. But inside it were the first drafts of systems we now consider Tarkov's DNA. Weapons could be customised with optics, grips and suppressors, and stats shifted with each attachment. It wasn't as deep as Tarkov, but the blueprint was there. Monetization came through GP, the premium currency. Players could earn it through contracts and logins or buy it directly. Absolutsoft never released official figures, but it's widely acknowledged the game was financially successful. Successful enough to give the devs a war chest for their next project. In 2012 to 2013, many of Absolutsoft's leads founded Battlestate Games, bringing the Contract Wars IP and universe with them. Their first idea was a single-player tactical shooter called Russia 2028. Early trailers showed persistent wounds, advanced weather, and an inventory system that looked like Tarkov's ancestor. But single-player projects are hard to fund. Battlestate pivoted toward a multiplayer survival shooter instead, that would become Escape From Tarkov. Meanwhile, Contract Wars kept running on Facebook and VK, with premium sales helping fund early Tarkov prototypes. The family resemblance between the two games is obvious. Insurance. Contract Wars let players pay GP to recover lost guns. Tarkov expanded that into its insurance system. Your base and hideout. CW had a base tab for passive upgrades, clearly a seed for Tarkov's hideout. The factions, Bear and USEC, originated in CW. The lore. Terror Group first appeared in CW's background text, later becoming Tarkov's central villain. Mechanics. Early attachment stats, stock folding, and ergonomics tweaks existed, though Tarkov built them out in far more detail. Not everything carried over. CW didn't simulate bullet weight or complex fragmentation, but the philosophy of realism, persistence, and customization absolutely did. By early 2017, Contract Wars servers shut down, just as Tarkov's closed beta was taking off. Its standalone follow-up, Hired Ops, still exists on Steam, though with a smaller community. We don't have public numbers, but CW's success gave Battlestate the rare luxury of independence. They didn't need a publisher telling them to make it more casual. They could chase realism, immersion, and the punishing systems that define Tarkov today. By 2015, Battlestate had a vertical slice of Tarkov, inventory Tetris, skill progression, long raids. It was already recognisable, but miles beyond what CW's browser engine could handle. Marketing lead on continuity, the first Tarkov teasers reused animations from CW, reloads, weapon handling, just rebuilt in high fidelity. For long-time CW players, the message was clear. This wasn't a reboot, it was an evolution. Battlestate hasn't hidden the connection. Tarkov is sprinkled with callbacks. The MP443 pistol has the same default skin as in CW. Edge of Darkness was the name of a Contract Wars faction before it became Tarkov's premium edition. Certain voice lines were first recorded for CW NPCs, then polished for Tarkov scavs and bosses. The devs have even admitted on Russian podcasts that these details are intentional nods to the old community. So next time you limp out of a raid with a backpack full of loot, remember, Tarkov's roots aren't in Steam or hardcore milsim forums. They're in a Facebook shooter, funded by kids buying GP for gold-plated AKs a decade ago. Without that, there's no Bear, no Yusek, no Novinsk, and no Tarkov. Just a forgotten browser tab in the history of gaming. This has been XP. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy.